Hi everyone, how are you? This is the Love and Money Show, and I thought I would just come in and talk about what to do if you do not have a job right now. So, some people don't have a job for a variety of reasons. Maybe you were laid off, maybe you were fired, maybe you left your job, maybe you were tired of putting up with discrimination or racism on the job or BS on the job. Maybe you just hated your job and you left, or whatever the reason is. You don't have a job right now. So I'm going to talk to you specifically on what you can be doing right now if you do not have a job. So if you don't have a job and you desire a job, call staffing agencies. Just Google staffing agencies, whatever your career is. Now, there are a whole bunch of jobs out here. There are like millions of jobs. But the problem is that these jobs, they pay $15 an hour. So I'm talking to professionals. My audience is professionals. So more than likely, you're used to working for more than $15 an hour. Hence, you don't have a job. So what you can do is reach out to staffing agencies. Just Google staffing agencies, whatever your career is. Are you a doctor? Are you a lawyer? Are you a pharmacist? Are you a teacher? Are you a journalist? Are you a social worker? Are you a psychologist? Each field should have staffing agencies. And if there's not a staffing agency specific to your field, then you could go more general, like Kelly Services. They do have some positions that pay what you are used to making. So the staffing agencies is the quickest and the easiest way to get a job. You could have a job by next week if you choose to, not making minimum wage, but making what you're used to making. You can have a job by next week, reaching out to those staffing agencies. And so, if you're in a situation where you don't want a job, you don't want to work, I understand that mindset. And I want to take you to a different mindset for a minute. So imagine right now you're pretty young. Maybe you're young, you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. So you're pretty young. So imagine you don't want to work right now because you're tired. You're tired of work and you don't ever want to work again in your life. So imagine you keep doing that in your 60s, then your 70s, then your 80s. So when you get 85, how much money do you think you'll have because you didn't want to work when you were young? How do you think you're gonna pay your bills and support yourself? So the point is, work now, even if you don't want to. Work now while you have the strength in your body to work and while you have the energy in your body to work, so that when you turn 85, you will be set for life and you'll be glad that you worked. And sometimes people do not want to work because they don't know anything about the stock market or how it works, compound interest works, because there is such a thing as grinding in your 20s. And when you hit 40, there's such thing as retiring at the age of 40. See, we don't hear that a lot. We hear of retiring in your 60s, retire at 65, 66, 67. But if you knew that if you worked now when you're young and you have strength and energy in your body, if you knew that you can invest in the stock market and you knew how compound interest worked and that you could literally create wealth in 10 years' time, if you knew that, I'm pretty sure that you would be glad to work if you knew that you could set yourself up for life in 10 years or less. So the point is, work now while you have the strength and the energy so that when you are in your latter years, you'll be set for life instead of trying to figure out where you're going to live, how you're going to pay your bills. See, the kind of things that happen on the job now with discrimination, racism is still in the workplace, as you already know. That's probably why you're not there. Discrimination and racism is still very alive and well in the workplace. And it really doesn't matter how old you are. Some people will never respect you. They're not going to respect you no matter how old you are, even if you're like 65 and you're working in a job. So if you know that now, that nothing is going to change, then you would do what you can now to create a different life for yourself. So you are the creator and you can create and design a different life for yourself. The point is that you should be working on it right now. This is not the time to be relaxing. Um, this is the time to set yourself up for your latter years and then even pass that knowledge on to people who are younger than you. So if you don't have a job right now, reach out to staffing agencies, get into the stock market, learn how the stock market works, learn how compound interest works, and learn what the steps are to create wealth. The point is that right now you should be focused on building wealth. And there's really no competition with this because people are not spending their time building wealth. So it has to be a focus. And some people may ask, why is this new? Why is the ideal of finding ways to monetize things new? Well, it's because a lot of people are still asleep subconsciously. People are unaware that building wealth is something that you should be working on. So basically, people are asleep and they're asleep for different reasons. Um, one reason is how did you grow up? Did you grow up in a Christian household? If you grew up in a Christian household, then money is definitely not the focus. Focus is God. So there are a lot of reasons why this is a new concept to people. A lot of people are asleep. The people who were wide awake, they're already millionaires. And then there are other people that are on the journey now. They are awake. And then there are a whole bunch of people, millions of people still, that are asleep. See, if your desire is to become wealthy, you have to focus on it and you have to read about it and you have to work on building wealth. Now, if you're in a situation where you're in school and you're a student, then that is understandable that you will be focused on school, not working. So after you graduate, then you can go ahead and think about accumulating wealth. If you're in your latter years and you still have this desire to go back to school, do it. Now, the reason why people in their latter years choose not to go back to school is because of money. How are they going to support themselves? Well, what you could do is figure out a business that will support yourself through school. It has to be something that you really desire to do, though. But there are some people that share on YouTube. There's a guy who He went back to medical school in his latter years, and he supported himself with a Amazon business selling supplements. So, which career path do you think made him the millionaire? The business. But the point is that um, you can go to staffing agencies for the first step, but the whole ideal is that you need to be working on building a business so that you transition out of this job to your own business. See, the goal is not to work a job until you retire and put up with BS until you retire. That's not the goal. The goal is to create your own business. So while in the midst of reaching out to these staffing agencies and getting a job next week, also be working on your business every day working on your business until your business replaces your job. So I bring on entrepreneurs, millionaires, and multimillionaires on Sundays on my show, and tune in on Sundays for business ideals. They will be on there talking about successful businesses that they have. You can take a look at them, see if you might be interested in any of them. But ultimately, the business that you choose is going to come from you and God. So basically, praying on what it is that God wants you to do with your life, what makes you happy, and so on and so forth. But I do want to share these stories with you because they are out here. All right, so that's all I wanted to say. If you're in a position where you don't have a job right now, things will get better. Things will get better. So just hold on and keep the faith. All right. So, on another topic, Labor Day weekend is coming up, and I am going to be in a play. So, if you're interested, come on out. It's going to be Friday and Saturday. And this is Labor Day weekend, so you have the whole weekend to come see me. And then you have your Labor Day for yourself. So if you're interested in coming to see me, I will put the link at the bottom of the video. Come check me out. And then after the play, come up to the stage and introduce yourself to me. All right. So the play will be, it's a lot of fun. It's very entertaining. So you will spend your time laughing and being shocked by the drama. See, I'm not a drama person, but I can act. I can pretend like I'm causing drama. But anyway, it will be fun. It will be a good time. So come on out Friday or Saturday, and I'll put the link at the bottom. This is the Love and Money Show. If you like the show, please share it with someone else. Share it with someone who is interested in building wealth. And hit the like button if you like the show. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. And leave a comment. Have a good rest of your night, and I will see you on the next video.